Okay, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's well. Happy Thursday. Happy snow day for those that are somewhere, I think, on the East Coast. Here in New York, it's 20 something degrees, half a foot of snow on the ground. It's a white Hanukkah. Today is second to last day of Hanukkah for those that are in. It's amazing how this morning's experience, last night, the snow coming down this morning, in very sort of in a big way is the experiential education to what we've been talking about here. Because snow days, for those of you tuning in from California, that's when the white stuff comes from the sky and sticks on the ground. It's weird. Don't worry about it. The Californians you don't need this example. You got this. For you, I guess, I think for the Californians watching, I think it's like when it's like 68 degrees and cloudy. Snow days mean different things to different people. To the parents, let's say for those who are traveling, it's total fear. For those of you who know about, for the travelers amongst us, you know what I'm talking about. Snow days are panic because that means you could sit in an airport all day or things can get canceled. You're totally and completely like subject to the weather. For those of you who are like have stuff to do, it's just, I guess, an annoyance. Harder to drive, hard to get the car in, things are slower. But when it comes to like the kids, it's like a holiday. Snow day's greater than so snow day's the best day of the year. This year there was panic in my house. I want to share with you because usually when there's snow day you're off, but this year because we've been able to develop Zoom capacity, kids were all worried that they would still be schooled, they'd just be on Zoom. But thank God the tension was relieved when the schools sent out a note saying, no, it's a real snow day. Each group of people react to the exact same circumstances in very different ways. Now, when you're younger, that's easy because like you don't want to do it. And we spoke about this. There's no goals. You're not heading in a direction. And so the ability to not have to be forced to do something is joy. I don't want to go to school. I have to go to school. My parents make me go to school. These are exotelic behaviors. I don't have a goal in mind. I am not purposed in my activities. So I'm excited when I'm free from them. Kids are pumping. For those that have things to do, you don't want to get slowed down. And we all think we know where we're going every day. So when something comes to slow us down, it annoys us because we all know exactly where we're going. Now, this is really the rub. And if we can like get underneath this, it's going to really, I think, break something open for us. To really achieve this autotelic behavior that we're talking about, to really get into the world of immersion, to really get to this place of, I believe, optimal life performance. There's a crossroads between I'm going somewhere. I'm purposed. I want to be great in my office today. I want to be great in my relationships today. I want to be great in my spirituality today. I want to be great in my health today, which is what we've been talking about. Purpose. Before you walk into something, you're thinking about it. The ability to go deep into the pool, into the ocean. The ability to allow our minds to capture the nuance of what's in front of us, which is what these past 3 shows were about, right? Going past the variety to the greatness, greatness is always boring. Understand that greatness is always past boring. If you can't go past boring, you can't be great because your brain craves variety. And as soon as you do something enough times to get to a level where you can be great, right? Because you have the basic neuroplasticity down. Now you got to build the nuances down. Your brain's going to be like, I need variety. So all of this stuff really sits between two crossroads. The crossroads of I'm going somewhere. I want to achieve something. I want to become something. I'm looking at that violinist. I want to be the violinist. I'm looking at that spiritual person. I'm going in a direction. I'm purposeful. Right? I'm sitting in, Florida, and I'm trying to fly home to New York City. And there's a snowstorm coming. And the ability to be in a direction that's going to increase the purpose, which will then put the borders around our heads, which will then allow us to immerse in what's in front of us, and the ability to be fully immersed in an environment, but to still not judge the circumstances around me, but for their feedback. It's not to say I don't want to go somewhere. It's I know that I want to go in a direction, but I don't know how to get there. I don't know what the next 5 steps are going to look like. And so if I'm in something and there are circumstances that come my way, my job is to react to them immersively. So if I'm sitting in an airport, this happened to me once. I had gone down for something. I forgot what. I went to Orlando for a day. And I had a very important conference call. And it was fine because I had scheduled, this conference call was for 3 p.m. I had scheduled a flight for 9 a.m. 9, you get in an 11, 11:30, LaGuardia. You're home by 1:15. Okay, you delayed an hour, 2:15, you delayed 2 hours, you take the call from the airport. I got to the airport, we boarded the plane. Technical issues. We waited an hour on the plane, an hour. After an hour, sorry guys, I got to deboard the plane. We deboard the entire plane for an hour. They send us a new plane. Get back on. Everybody sits in their seats. We taxi. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. We sit on the tarmac for an hour, 2 o'clock. We take off. I figured if I could just somehow tap into the call by using some type of like Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi's not working. 3 o'clock, I'm in the air. No access to the world. Blew my entire call. So you can imagine my entire day being thrown because of my 3 o'clock call. That's where I should have been that day. That was my most important part of my day. I was heading somewhere. I'm going somewhere. I'm purposed that day. And all of a sudden, I got thrown a big loop. So the question becomes not, we don't talk about what happened. I missed the call, is a big deal, whatever. The point is that from 9 to 3, my head was in the call. I had a day in the airport, basically in a beautiful lounge because I fly a lot. I used to fly a lot when people flew. Unlimited amount of coffee, unlimited amount of Wi-Fi. I mean, what could be better than that? Except my entire mind was worried about the call. So I blew a full day for a call that in the end, the truth is, I missed it, but okay, you miss a call. It happens. So to be immersed is one thing, but to be immersed when everything is going great, that's level 1. Level 1 is to be immersed and to recognize that even in my immersion, I don't know what the circumstances will be. So this is back to flow, right? We're building a 4-step process to immersion here. immersion, right? We spoke first about setting goals, purpose. Purpose allows you to allow yourself to get lost. Number two is being immersed in the activity, right? This is what he said over here. After choosing a system of action, a person with an autotelic personality grows deeply involved with whatever he is doing, invests all his attention to task at hand. That was yesterday and 2 days ago. Now we're moving to the next level now. The next level of this process is pay attention to what's happening. Concentration leads to involvement, which can only be maintained by constant inputs of attention. You have to be fully immersed, but paying attention to what's happening in front of you, because what's happening in front of you is part of the immersion. This is like the next level of whether or not we believe we control the world, we believe that the world is controlled by something outside us. If you believe that you control this world, you're going to be disappointed in life because you don't. And when things get in our way that block us, it's going to be very frustrating because I can see 10 steps. I know where I need to be. And now this is getting in my way, or I am projecting this is getting in my way, and it's going to cause a dissonance in my mind because I know where I got to go. I have to be in New York by 11 o'clock in the morning. And it's a perfectly beautiful day in Orlando. Delta should be able to figure out how to get a plane from Orlando to New York from 9 to 11. For everyone who's right now traveling, trying to get back home to the East Coast, they're probably delayed somewhere and saying to themselves, I can't believe this is happening. This is ridiculous. And when we live immersed in our activities, we can get lost in seeing, I can see the future, thinking that I know where I'm going, missing that immersion means you are immersed in where you are without judging. And this is so difficult. This is impossible for all the type A's out there. And for all of you out there thinking, are you insane? But you're not saying it. You're thinking, oh, that's really important. I like that. But you're thinking, are you nuts? I know, because as I'm saying it, I'm thinking, am I nuts? I'm constantly thinking about what's going to be. I don't think I've ever sat to pray. I don't think I've ever gotten to pray without in the middle of my prayers being like, oh my goodness, is this going to work out? Is that going to work? Oh my God, I got to call something. Even now, I'm thinking of like 5 things that need to get done by next week. And I'm thinking, did it slow it down? Is this going to come? As I'm speaking, my brain is like, wait. But this is all wrong. That's why we have the boost, because at least for 20 minutes a day, we can pretend and we can try, we can aspire to how you're supposed to live your life. It's okay to plan. It's okay to envision so that you can adapt. Time to think, time to act. But when you're living your life, your success comes in your immersion. And what it means to be immersed means that you are reacting to the inputs around you. The flight's delayed. I can't control the flight. Okay, how do I make the best out of the flight being delayed? And I'll go one step further. There's got to be good here too. There's got to be something that I could draw out of this that I couldn't draw out of before. Hopefully everybody is healthy and well from this whole COVID stuff. If you experienced COVID in a way, I'm not going to get into loss of life. Everyone should be healthy and well. If you had an experience with COVID since the last year, where thank God people were healthy and well, thank God. And during it, there was tension. Looking back, you may be thinking, I wish I would have appreciated that time more. When we go through things with judgment because we think we know where we're going. And we think we know what gets in our way. But once we're going through, we have to realize that the thing that we're going through that comes at us could be the best path. We just don't know it yet. Or the thing that we're worried about may dissolve in the future. Or the thing that we're sure is going to blow up may not be as big a deal. Especially if we can't control it. Especially if it's a snow day. Especially if it's inputs to us that we didn't expect coming. When you present a project to somebody else and you get rejected. When you have an idea that nobody likes. When your kids, who you invest all your life into, go in a direction that you never thought of and it disappoints you. When you hear this happened. Someone emailed this to me the other day. I expected, I did X and Y. I heard what you said about whatever, and I fully invested in my spouse, and I didn't get that feedback back. When you react to an environment with a prejudgment as to what the feedback should be, we're not fully immersed. When you immerse yourself in your day, in your life, and you look at what's around you, not with it's right, it's wrong, it's good, it's bad, this is a good, this, but how do I make the best of this? How do I respond to this best? How do I deal with this in a way that is the most empowering? Now I am where I am. I'm stuck in this airport. I'm stuck in this house. I'm stuck here. I gave and I didn't get back. I am where I am. How do I look at the inputs around me and try to be better from them? I know I wanted to go here, but I got blocked. As opposed to saying, it should have been. How do I say, what should I be now? Because sometimes when we get rejected, it's an opportunity for us to be better. Sometimes rejection is the best thing. I know somebody who got fired from a great job recently, went through a very difficult time. Unfair. He responded with total empowerment. He's 10 times better than he is right now. I know someone who had a relationship with someone who's difficult. Whatever she did, it didn't work. And she just dug into herself. She's a 10 times better person. When we get thrown stuff, this is really where immersion takes it to the next level. You respond to feedback without judgment. When I mean feedback, I mean circumstances around you. Without judgment, I mean, why is this happening to me? This is not going to work. Now the whole thing is going to get blown. And this gets you to the last point. With this, I'll end, and maybe tomorrow we'll close this out. This is what he says, the last step, right? Goals. Pay attention to what's in front of you. Right. Goals, immersion, attention to what's around you. Last one is learning to enjoy immediate experience. The outcome of having an autotelic self, learning to set goals, to develop skills, to be sensitive to feedback, and to know how to concentrate and get involved is that one can enjoy life even when objective circumstances are brutish and nasty. Being in control of the mind means that literally anything that happens can be a source of joy. This isn't like a book off the shelf that's saying like, yes, you can, hip, hip, hooray, right? This isn't like motivational. This is a science book. This is based on research. Optimal experience is not the result of hedonistic, lotus-eating approach towards life. To be able to transform random events into flow, one must develop skills that stretch capacities and make one become more than one is. That's what this all is. We're recognition that what we really want in life, the satisfaction in life, comes by stretching ourselves constantly. Not too much that we break, but not too little that we stay comfortable. And when we immerse in activities, we give our brains the direction to use our bodies in ways that is most productive. But when we immerse in something, when I mean immerse, I don't mean we're just focused. I mean immersed, meaning we stop judging I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. It's not done yet. It's not done yet. I'm not should have been. It will be. Is he winning the race? Is she ahead of me? Did I do this yet? Oh my God, I know I have to be there. All of that noise. There's like the Instagram noise. There's the social media noise. Then there's the if only noise. Very good, YCL. It should be, if only, how come, the judgment. That's all noise. Versus, this is where I am. This is where I am. I got to delve deep as I can to become the best at this moment. Sometimes I'm going to choose the moment. I'm going down the road and I'm stopping and I'm choosing. Sometimes it's going to choose me. I should be here, but now I got stopped. But once I realize that my task is the same, to be here and to be the best that I am at the circumstances, I'm reacting to the circumstances. I'm a samurai warrior. Whatever you throw at me, I'm able to react to. I'm reacting to the world around me by just the world around me and trying to be the best that I can in this moment. What's happening is we are delving in, we are clearing the noise, and we are allowing our potential, our real self to come out. This, by the way, was the story of Joseph, for those that will be around tomorrow during Timeless Lessons with God's help. And talk about that. This, by the way, is the story of a lot of great people's lives. I forgot where I saw this quote, but it was from one of the people that the Joint Chiefs of Staff said, I became a success in life despite my best efforts. You hear that? Despite my best efforts, meaning most of the things that happen in life come out of nowhere. Not nowhere, it's God, but we can't see it. If you look at your life, you'll see that a lot of things that come at you came out of nowhere. Opportunities, situations. And your ability to be successful comes by being able to go through it and not judge it. Because sometimes it's in these snow days that you find stuff that you couldn't find in a regular day. I'll end with a line from King David. Today's Hanukkah. And in Hanukkah, we say what's a prayer called Hallel. Hallel is a special prayer, day of praise, a special praise prayer. King David said, I'll say it in Hebrew and I'll translate. He said, Zeh hayom hasa Hashem nagila v'nismecha bo. He said, this is the day that God made. Let's rejoice in it. Rejoice and be happy in it. I think it was Zig Ziglar, to be honest with you. I think it was Zig Ziglar, who was a religious man, said, he quoted Psalms, this exact line, who said, this is the day that God made. Today, just today. Not tomorrow, not the next week. I got today. Let me rejoice in it. Let me find happiness in this day. Let me find greatness in this moment. Because every moment is pregnant with greatness, if we can just figure out a way to bring it out. That's immersion. That's how it really works. Okay, tomorrow we'll close this out. Happy Hanukkah. Happy snow day, wherever you are. Try this today. If your life is slowed down by circumstances around you, whether it's actual snow or it's just conceptual snow or whatever it is, try for a moment to stop, take in the feedback without judgment, and be the best we can be in the circumstances that we're in. All right, have a great day. With God's help, can't wait to see you again tomorrow.